Hello everyone, it's Diane. You probably don't recognize my voice, but I am sick. Yesterday I thought I had a bad allergy day, but it turns out it was a bad cold day. So I'm still plugging away. I just have to rest more often. But I wanted to bring you along today. If I sound too gross, I just won't upload this video. But I wanted to... Sorry, I haven't been doing that till I started videoing. I wanted to bring you along with me while I make my journal covers, or at least one cover, for a domestic arts journal. I'm making 3 journals, and I love the covers. They're all Better Homes and Gardens craft books, so they're all the same size, and it makes it easier for me to do 3 that are all the same size. So I have this one, Patchwork and Quilting. I have rug making. I like the colors of that, and I like this one, the bright colors, and I like the lion needlepoint. I'm going to make the cover for this one right now. So I pretty much have the signatures done for one book, and I do that so that I know exactly how big I want the spine to be. I was going to make a 3-inch spine, but I'll be adding more, probably a few more inserts to this 3 signatures, but I have it pretty much done, and it looks like I'm only needing a 2.5-inch spine. I just, in case you're wondering how I figured that out, I don't know if you can see, let me move this a little bit. I just hold my finished signatures onto my mat where the ruler is and see what's a comfortable width. It actually, 2 inches would work, but because more will be added to it, and I assume the person that purchases it will add a bunch of stuff, because that's the type of journal it is, I'm going to make it 2.5. I think if I made it, well, I could make it 3. Yeah, I think I will go with 3. And that way the person who wants to add a lot of stuff won't have to worry about stuffing it too full. So, I haven't been talking at all today because I've just been alone here. I'm trying to find my ruler. I just had a ruler here. Oh, here it is. So I didn't know how my voice would be. It's loosening up some, I think. So I'm making a 3-inch cut on my chipboard. It got hot here again. We had some cooler weather the last few weeks. I'll put this camera back where it was. Oh, the last week or 2, I guess. But now we're in the 90s again. It's very uncomfortable. So, between my cold and the heat, I hope this video won't be very long because I'll need to turn my air back on. Just want to even that up a little bit. Alright, now I need it to be that long. I should say that last time I did domestic journals, I had quite a few people ask me to make them one. So I think I had a list of 5 names. I've contacted the first 3. One of them has responded that she does want one of these journals, so I'm waiting on the other 2, and if they say no or I don't hear from them, I'll check with the other 2 names. But beyond that, I don't think I'll take any more names for domestic arts journals because I have other kinds of journals to make too, and it just takes me a long time to get back to one kind or another, you know, but I will let you guys know when I start working on another series of domestic arts journals so that you can be watching for when they're released. And maybe some of these will be available, like I said, if I don't hear from, because I think it was June that I made the other batch. And hopefully they still want them, but I don't know. Alright, so there is the spine. I've got my book covers here. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough of my Fabri-Tac. It looks like I will, to finish the cover, because I was going to go up to my craft stores. I'm going to move this so I'm sorry about that. That way I can work a little more comfortably and still be in frame. So I was going to go to my craft stores after the flea market yesterday, but I felt so rotten after the flea market. I couldn't understand why allergies were making me feel so bad. That I came home to rest, and then I never did go because I just got worse, and then I realized it wasn't allergies. So I am hoping to go tomorrow. My daughter wants to go up tomorrow on her day off. So hopefully we'll both go tomorrow and I'll feel better, because I really do need that glue. And I need some trimmer blades for my paper cutter, and I need probably some of this tape. I just need some of the, oh, and some StazOn ink. My ink pad's getting a little bit light. So I have to go buy some necessities, and hopefully I won't find too much non-necessities that I feel like I have to have. But I have to look, you know. I have to look at the fun stuff. So you've probably seen me do this before. I'm just putting on my red tape all around my spine. I'm going to take my Fitbit off because it's metal and I bump it on the tripod, and then when I watch the video back I keep hearing that clinking noise, so I'll take it off. So I put the tape around all four edges of the spine and along the edge of the both covers. Now I'll get my Tyvek ready. I kind of use my mat, the lines on my mat, to line my book up to make sure it's straight. Figure out how wide I want my Tyvek. That looks good. I have to conserve energy to get some orders packed too. Thank you so much, all of you who ordered some of those golden books. I still have 4 sets of golden books left, but I've got a bunch that I've got to pack up and get ready to go to the post office tomorrow. So I don't want to run out of steam before I do that. So hopefully I'll just get 3 covers made and then I can start working on the orders. So now I'm going to peel the backing off the tape and it won't be red anymore. I usually make a mess while I'm making a book because I have 3 stations to make a mess in. My workstation here, my sewing station, and my color station, which is where I stamp or spray or stencil or whatever. But when I do a domestic arts journal, there are so many elements that I want to have accessible that it's an even bigger mess. I don't stamp in these, except maybe on a tag or something. So I used my stamp table and just laid stuff out. So I would be able to go over there and look at it and see what I can use. But all kinds of books I use, just all kinds of stuff, and fabrics and upholstery trims. And okay, I think I'm lined up pretty good, and now I'm just going to lay my Tyvek down on the tape. And it does bug me to work in a mess, but it's a creative mess. There's my spine. Let's see how the pages fit within that 3-inch spine. Oh yeah, that's good. I'm glad I went with 3 inches. That'll give a lot more room for growth in there. The fun part will be using some of my upholstery trims and other stuff that I've been collecting to decorate the cover. But first, let's finish the cover. I'm going to use this striped fabric. I thought this would be a nice counterpoint to the bright colors. This is Waverly Inspirations fabric. It was a remnant at Walmart. I like it when they have remnants of these heavier fabrics. I probably wouldn't have picked this out to have in my stash, but it works great for this. So if there's a remnant that I can use, I grab it. And I'm not there every day like I was when I worked for Hallmark, so I don't find things very often anymore. That lawnmower sounds close to home. It might be my neighbor mowing my lawn. I was paying the neighbor boy to do it, but he went away to college, so now his younger brother is doing it. I have good neighbors on that side anyway. Neighbors on the other side of me, they ignore me. They won't even look in my direction. But the other ones make up for it. They take good care of me. I'm going to make this go all the way around, I think. I don't always, but I will on this one. Now this frayed edge where I tore it, I wouldn't worry about it because it's a domestic arts journal and they're kind of just messy and haphazard in a lot of ways, but that will be covered anyway. But even if I wasn't going to put anything down there, I wouldn't be concerned about it. On another kind of journal, I wouldn't want it to look like that. So here's where I need my Tyvek, or my 3-in-1 glue. So hopefully there's enough in here. I guess I probably won't be able to do all 3 journal covers today if I don't have enough Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1. Normally I put the glue on the fabric. I don't know why I didn't do it that way, because the fabric extends beyond the Tyvek, and now there's no glue on it. The reason I don't like to put it on the fabric is because I get it on the parts that are going to just be laying on my table and makes a mess. Well, looks like it was crooked, but hopefully that will be disguised when I put the paper and whatever else I put down. Uh-oh. Come on, Fabri-Tac, hang in there. I thought about seeing if I could order my glue from Amazon. I have Amazon Prime, so I don't pay shipping for most things. But I need to make myself drive up to my craft stores. I try to go to that area once a month just so I get out on the highway and drive, because I pretty much stick to the valley where I live, and the longer I wait in between trips up to Horseheads, the more nervous I get whenever I do make a trip, and I just need to make sure I'm getting out there. I've never been a very comfortable driver. I'm not a bad driver, I'm just not comfortable at it. And I don't go places if I'm not familiar with the area, because I'm afraid of getting lost. I didn't get a license till I was 32, and I had to because my husband was having surgery and he wouldn't be able to drive for a while. So, just me being here by myself now makes it a little hard. So I do go up to Horseheads by myself, but other places I won't go by myself. I have to wait till somebody can take me. Alright, well, you needed to know all that, right? Now, I need Fabri-Tac for this too. Or 3-in-1. I keep calling it Fabri-Tac. It's by the same company, and I don't know what the difference is, because I think it does the same thing. So, I cut some wallpaper to put down here, and I cut it just a little bit too short, so there will either be trim or a pocket down here. But I'll definitely need this glue in order to glue it down. It's hard to cut wallpaper, especially to a particular size, because it just wants to curl. As you can see, it's just following my hand around. I don't want it to curl in on itself and stick to itself. So there you have a washable vinyl wallpaper on the inside of your cover. Got glue seeping out, and I don't want it to go to waste. I wonder if I have enough to do all this. tell you, my arms, I woke up with really sore arm muscles today, and they're still sore. And that was from lugging boxes of stuff to my car. I had to park a little further away than I normally do, and I had to make that batch I got for $10 from the Blue Van Man. I had to take that right to the van, or I don't have a van, he does, right to the car, and he was the first vendor I went to. So I had to lug all that stuff to the car, and it just about broke me. And I woke up with very sore arms today. There's the cover. I'm gonna look at some trims to decorate it with. This is where I get to have fun with some of my upholstery trims. I can bring the whole drawer over. Alright, I've got this bright colored one. I've got this black and cream. I have some fringes. I have this braid, rope, cord, whatever. That's another fringe. Alright, let's see what we like here. See what we want to do. I suppose I should figure out what I want to put down here first. I have this stuff in my shop. Nobody's buying it, but I think they just don't know what they would do with it because it's quite thick, but I would use it on a cover of a journal. I don't have any purples and reds. I'm not sure. Nothing's clicking. Maybe it's because my sick brain doesn't want to work. I've got this. Oh, I've got some pom-poms that might work. Still here. Alright, let's see what else I have here. Gotta grab a tissue. Alright, I forgot about this black and white pom-pom. I think that'll look good. Right there, or do we like it hanging down like that, or going across like that? I think I like it going across. And what else? Maybe that's enough, but I want something to go down the sides of that. Maybe I could use rickrack. I've got this big wide rickrack that somebody sent me. like that. Okay. I love this rickrack. I have used it a little bit, but I'm kind of hoarding it. But not anymore, because that's the end of it right there. I have this much left. And then I'll have this here. I think all that black and white looks good with against all that color. And I thought I might want to put something over the barcode here. I'll probably just put a patch of fabric there and I hope it'll blend in with the rest of the cover. Well, let's go for it. See how much we can glue down before my bottle says it's empty. I know I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. I am putting glue on my pom-pom fringe. This is some of the pom-poms that I got at a yard sale earlier this summer from a very crafty lady. I used to work with her daughter. Her daughter-in-law years ago. And she was selling all of her craft stuff, and she was selling it cheap. So I got a whole bag of different colors of vintage pom-poms, big ones like this, like these, for I think it was $4. It was no more than $4. It might have even been $3. It was really cheap, and I love it. I don't know if I'll be able to put the rickrack down. I'm squeezing empty air here. I had enough for one strip. Maybe it'll be like Elijah and the widow woman in the Bible. She had enough oil to make one cake. You know, what they call a cake. It's just a flat piece of bread. For her and her son to eat before they were completely out. And then they were just going to die. And Elijah came and she had faith, so she made a cake for him. And then there was enough oil for her and her son. And then the oil just kept coming until the drought was over. She never ran out of oil. Wouldn't that be nice if my 3-in-1 glue was like that? Alright, I don't think God is really gonna try to make my glue last forever. Alright, so there's the cover. And here are the pages. Yay, it's only Tuesday, and I've got this much done. Plus, I've gotten some work done on a few other pages for the other books. And I forgot that when I made my other domestic arts journals, I had made up a lot of ephemera. So I already know those aren't done, but I had a lot of ephemera already done. So hopefully I'll be able to get these 3 finished this week. Thank you for hanging out with me, if you stuck with me this long, and I will see you again. Hopefully I'll be doing better tomorrow, and maybe I can do another video with you tomorrow. Bye bye.